Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to Shining Song Starnova. If you missed the last episode, you can click on the eye on top of the video to watch the previous episode to get caught up. A story of laughs, a story of tears, a secret story of how 7 flawed girls were led by a certain producer driven only by his desire to create the greatest idol group of all time. Yes, this is a tale of that producer. This is your story. The story of Shining Song Starnova. Yay! I'm the producer! Alright! Chapter 1. Death is only a star's rebirth. Sure? February 1st, 2017, morning! Cold. I woke up to the frigid winter morning. Given my current finances, I couldn't afford to turn on the heating and had to sleep wrapped in thick blankets instead. As soon as I tore myself from the sanctuary of my warm futon, I was assaulted from every direction by Old Man Winter. I entered the bathroom, trying my best not faint from both the cold and sleepiness. Ooh, that's no good. An unkempt face with weary eyes stared back as I stood before the mirror. I had been unemployed for the past 2 months after being fired from my last job. Thanks to my paltry savings, the past few weeks had been a losing war against eviction and starvation. However, my luck finally turned around. By chance, I encountered my old professor from management school, who happened to own a talent agency. Really? That's cool. Starting today, I was going to be a producer of Shining Productions, where I could once again manage a group of idols. That was my dream, to become the producer of Japan's greatest idol group. That was why last year, I started working as a manager at Golden Calf Productions, Japan's premier talent agency. Golden Calf manufactured girls into stars. Today, the idols of Golden Calf regularly appeared on national television and consistently filled every concert with attendees. Not only that, but Golden Calf had substantial ties to media corporations, as well as the Japanese government. You could call it Japan's #1 idol corporation. I thought I was finally a step closer to realize my dream when I was hired by Golden Calf last year. However, that dream was abruptly cut short when I was fired due to a certain incident. I wonder what it could have been. Did you try to get in touch with some idols, huh? Ever since then, my life had been a nightmare. I shook my head and cleaned myself up with a razor. But now that nightmare was going to end. I was going to grasp this second chance to become an idol producer once more. Gathering my energy, I shook myself awake and left my apartment. After a bit of a walk, I arrived at the Shining production office. That was a fast walk. I couldn't help be somewhat taken aback by the crumbling tenement. Frankly, the apartment was largely a dump, with cracking concrete walls and faded windows, half of which were covered up with plywood. For a while, I was left wondering if I was even at the right location. However, upon closer inspection, a roll of faded and peeling stickers spelled out Shining Productions on the second floor window. And my management teacher owned this? I swallowed my apprehension and went upstairs, only to be greeted with a cramped office. Hello? My name is Mr. Producer. I looked around for anyone else. Oh, in the back. You guys see that? It's a fall poster. Tiny girl who looked about 14 years old poked her head out from behind a rolling whiteboard. Hello, who are you? What do you want? Is this Shining Productions? I'm the new producer. The girl suddenly scrambled to attention. I'm Aki-chan, the eternally 12-year-old idol. Oni-chan, take good care of Aki-chan from now on, okay? or else Aki-chan will get upset. What the hell was this sudden 180 personality shift? Ugh, I see. I opened up the portfolio Professor Okada gave me yesterday. Sure enough, found Kashiwagi Aki listed as one of the talent candidates for Shining Productions. Kashiwagi Aki, 18 years old, was a child model, then became an idol at the tender age of 12. What? Wow, that's insane. I see. Child idols appealed to a certain very limited subset of the fan base. But no matter what, they had an expiration date, after which their fans suddenly lose interest and turn to the next fresh little thing. Sure, they can try to keep up the elementary school or act for as long as they want, but all girls grow up eventually. Hey, don't look at me like I'm some kind of creeper. I'm just laying things out as they are. Sure you are, Mr. Producer, sure you are. I bowed a bit to Aki. I look forward to working with you, Kashiwagi-san. Kamiaki-chan, Oni-chan. Yeah. Well, let's see how long she can keep up with the whole I'm just a stupid kid hee act. The most important thing was not to get caught up in the act yourself. Never forget that these girls are thinking only of themselves. The entertainment industry was a dog-eat-dog world. At the end of the day, what mattered was getting ahead in the rat race. Behold, I'm just a weak little girl you need to protect that was for their own benefit. Hey everyone, the new producer is finally here. Girl went into what looked like a break room, where the others were gathered. A hodgepodge of girls emerged. Hello. Wait, that was Sasami? Oh my gosh, that is Sasami! Before I could see her, one of the girls retreated back into the room. What was their issue? She pulling the I'm just a pure virgin who's scared of men card. Before I could investigate, the oldest looking woman of the group began talking. Was she supposed to be the alpha of this pack? Shit, she stunk of tobacco and booze. She swaggered side to side as if she was drunk. In fact, given her stench, I wouldn't be surprised at all if she actually was drunk. I don't care if you're some kind of big shot who used to work for Golden Calf. Listen here, little man. I ain't letting ya have your way with these girls. I know the way you men think. We're all just walking cash cows here to exploit and to use so that you can go swim in your pool of cash. I'm on to you, little man. Don't think your words are gonna sway us. Hick. And here, you have the textbook example of a burned out idol entering the latter half of her 20s. Wow. How does Mr. Producer know? I have no idea. Basically, this is where the end of the line was. Even the best idols eventually lose their youth. And that's when the fans start turning away. Your body suddenly can't pull off those dance moves you used to do as well as a teenager. Parts start getting wrinkly and saggy. What? At age 25? And so, at their wits' end, they crash down the slope of recreation, drugs, and booze. Maria, you're drunk again. Who are you? Haven't we told you not to come to work like this? Shut up! You were there drinking with me too last night. Does this just mean that my body can't handle as much anymore? Hick! I like how she just shoved her out of the way. So what kind of idol are you? The blonde girl pushed Maria back into the break room and then returned. Watanabe Julie. My mom is Japanese, while my dad is American, in case you're wondering about the hair. Afu? Hafu? Idols of mixed ancestry tend to excite fans the same way as exotic animals do at zoos. Blondie emanated a powerful aura about her, as if she expected to be treated like royalty, just as expected from an idol, huh? After all, American girls had reputations of being more wild, so just let the imagination of the fan base run and they can already conjure up all sorts of unimaginable scenarios in their head about this and that. Sometimes, guys get tired of jerking off to the same old Japanese face and want something more unique. Something that they need to tame first. Okay. Hey, like I said, I'm just laying it all out as it is. I'm just doing my job here. I'm not here to make friends out of my coworkers. I'm here to make them commercially successful. Okay, Mr. Producer Man. Yahoo, nice to meet ya, P-kun. Hanabe Natsuki, but everyone calls me Natan. Country girl from Kansai. Turned Tokyo Idol, how you do? Country girl from Kansai was right. She seemed more at place at the front of a pickup truck on a dirt farm road than dancing on a stage. Her skin was tan brown, as if she had spent her entire childhood picking rice in the fields or something. What was a girl like that doing in Tokyo, trying to become an idol? I guess nowadays girls with defects were considered moe too, but turning a country bumpkins an idol? No matter how you spun this was going to be a hard sell. I turned my attention to the two other girls. Are you looking at me, Producer-kun? You can call me Nemu. My hobbies are knitting, cooking, and cleaning. What a stereotypical opening! In fact, it was pretty much the conventional image of an idol. Just a little airheaded, domestic, submissive, and just look at those melons dangling from her chest. Where? Oh. Although, I wonder just how much of that was real and what was fake. I wasn't just talking about her personality. Mo! Producer-kun, you should know that Nemu's the real deal. Ah, you need to be more careful, Oni-chan. Nemu can actually read people's minds with that heart-shaped antenna on her head. Okay. Well, that seemed pretty far-fetched. It seemed like Nemu was actually pretty clever. I guess despite her airheaded appearance, Nemu was sharp at reading people's thoughts. That was a necessary skill for a successful idol in any matter. It only seemed to confirm that Nemu was sharper than she let on. Hee. Well, I don't mind if Producer-kun is interested in taking a gander. Just to see how much of Nemu is fake. Nemu exposed more of her cleavage in an absent-minded manner, as if stripping down in the middle of the office was a regular occurrence. Ahem. Despite being a healthy young man with an unavoidable interest in such matters, I had to remain above the games that these girls play. We'll be doing the physical examination later. That left one girl, aside from the one who hid from me. Shit. I already had an insanely bad feeling about her. The servant of the dark song beckons you, my new master. The trials of this one have been grave, filled with many hopeless battles, and in the end I feared I had sustained a mortal wound. I see that my brave Black Knight has arrived at the appointed hour to save this lowly one from her fate. Make haste, O Dark One, and taint this one with your black so that I may rise yet again, not as a pitiful mortal, but as an undead. This here is someone referred to as a Kunibyo. Thanks to a certain late-night anime, acting like a full middle schooler has been all the rage with the Akiba folk lately. From light novels to Roge to anime, characters of this flock were propagating everywhere. It was only a matter of time until they seeped into the idol world as well. Oh, Dark One, why do you pause so? Is it that you desire to see this maiden suffer? Not feeling like playing along, I just looked at her information from my portfolio. 20 years of age, high school diploma, but everything else in her resume after that was a giant blank. No prior work history in the idol industry. Hashimoto Miga-san, I presume. I look forward to working with you. Ah, the Dark One has acknowledged this one. No one can even understand what you're saying. That seemed to put a stop to Mika's act. She pouted and looked away from Aki. So the two of them didn't get along. I'll have to be careful. Well, that was everyone for now. Where's Sasa-chan? Aki peered into the break room and pulled her out. Yuck, this girl. She was the one from that incident. The one that got me fired from Golden Cap. What? Well, I'm gonna end the episode here, everybody, for Shining Song Starnova. Oh boy. So, she's the one, you say? That means we will have a fun time in the next episode to find out what happened. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please slime that like button and subscribe down below for more awesome videos. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you will hear me in the next one. Goodbye!